on. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Actors del Arte Ensemble of West Michigan and our presentation of the tour bus from Perdition. It is a Zoom production we've been working on for several months, and we are now ready to present this wild bus ride to you. I'd like to introduce our cast in no particular order, and they will raise their hands or thumbs up so you know who they are. David Chevron, George Blunt, our bus driver. Kathy McFarlane, Loretta Ashley, Ashar Ambrose, Stella Hyatt, Danae Losi playing Cora Nutt, Brenda Ganan playing Darla Spring, Rhonda Pierce as Kay Platt, Ferlin Emmons as Howard Platt, Linda Rosner as Annette Bookmeyer, Michelle Ekstrom as Gina Janello, Darren Bernatowitz as Duke Whitaker, Jesse Ruther as Langdon Snide, Greg Garrido as Rico, and Jimmy King as Lorenzo, our two hijackers, Lucinda Samani as Rosetta Stone, a psychiatrist, which we all need at this point, and the writer, director, and narrator of this program, yours truly, Patricia Rose. And now we're going to take you to Detroit, Michigan in a cold winter. And as our story begins, it was a gray day. It was a gray day in Detroit. Gray skies, gray streets, gray buildings, gray winter. A tour bus whose company slogan was "Get away and do it now" on SW Tours, which stood for South Tours, and their other line, NW Tours, for those heading north. It was early morning, and George Blunt, an overweight curmudgeon driver, was filling up the gas tank and checking his bus. He was scheduled for California, with stops along the way for sightseeing. He hated it when the icy winds blew around your neck and under his ill-fitting jacket, as his stomach had a habit of sticking out from under it. He had time for a quick one, as he called them, before passengers arrived. So he hurried down the street to Mickey's 24-hour liquor store and drive-through for a 6-ounce bottle of whiskey and rye. That always warmed his innards, thanked the clerk, who knew him all too well, and headed out the door back to his bus. He gets a call from his wife.
Look, Monica, quit calling. No, I am not drinking. It's 6 in the morning, for crying out loud. You know the routine. I'll be gone a week and back in a week. I'm sorry I'll miss your sister's anniversary party. I'm surprised she made it this far. All right, already. Tell her I said hello. Look, I gotta go. Call you when I get there.
On the bus two-way radio.
Looks like weather's going to be a bit dodgy, Joe. Yep, got everything geared up and ready to go. Got the roster of names. I'll be picking them up around 8 a.m. I should be in Chicago for our lunch stop. We'll talk to you later. Over and out.
Excuse me, sir.
What is it?
I need help, you see. I bought a ticket for California, but it says the Catskills. I've never even heard of them.
Well, if you don't like snow, I would suggest you don't go there. Look, I'm really busy. Take it up with the ticket sales gal. I'm leaving with or without you come 8 o'clock.
Is that a.m.?
Look, sugar cakes, walk back to the main gate and go to the office and ask for Phyllis. She'll take care of you.
Excuse me, what is that, teacher? He said as he pulled the door shut on her face. Cora was petite with blonde hair and lots of makeup, lashes that went past her nose, lips puffed up with hot pink lipstick and a small jacket and a mini skirt with knee-high boots. The only warm thing she had on was a knit scarf her mother had made for her. She was Hollywood bound, or so she thought. Can I help you?
Yes, I have the wrong tickets. I was booked to go to California, not the Catskill Mountains. Besides, I can't ski.
Let me take a look. Oh, what's your name?
Cora Nut. It's Cora Jean Nut.
Well, young lady, it seems there's another Coraline Nut heading north. Yeah, sometimes, but it's not often you get two nuts leaving at the same time.
Oh, I don't want to miss my bus.
Oh, don't you worry. I'll have it straightened out in no time. First time to California?
Yes, I'm going to Hollywood. I'm going to be in the cinema.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
No, I'm going to be working in my uncle's theater, selling popcorn. But you just wait. You'll see me on the big screen someday.
I wish you luck. Here's your packet ready to go.
Oh, okay. Do I owe you anything?
No, they're already paid for.
Oh, that's nice. Who paid for them?
You. Well, you better hurry. Your bus pulls out at 8. And to think she's trailing along. Scene 2, the passengers. The passengers were in line getting their luggage checked and tickets stamped. It's already in the driver's seat, anxious to get started.
Now, Howard, you know we have been planning this trip for years. You remember, we promised once the kids were grown, we were gonna travel.
I'm missing the season playoffs with this. I told you, you could have taken your sister Meg. She's in all this stuff.
Howard, this is not stuff. This is experience. It's adventure.
Okay, I get all the adventure I need watching my weekly cop shows.
You did make sure the tickets were stamped, didn't you?
What's stamped?
Come on, we have to get this done. The bus will be pulling out any time.
Oh, damn. I broke my fingernail. I just had a mana cure.
Like you need some help there, little lady. Get this luggage for it.
Oh, you're so strong and a gentleman.
Let's go, me Duke, ex-Marine, anytime, little lady.
Thank you.
She said as she flirted with him.
Oh, I got it. I got my tickets. She
waved them over her head, rushing toward the bus.
Look, miss, I was in line here. If you don't mind, you go back to the back. And don't try flashing those falsies at me either.
I beg your pardon. Everything I have is real.
You women are all alike. So predictable. Wink at a guy and we're supposed to melt.
Winking, I had something in my eye.
Oh, sweetie, I got a tissue. Here, let's see if I can help.
Traffic was terrible. I hope I'm not late. Let's see, I got my purse, my keys, my tissues, candy bars, nasal spray, and hand sanitizer. Where are my tickets?
Hey, Toots, you need to get out of line. You're holding up the works. Get those tickets. I'm pulling out of here with or without you.
Must be hard up for drivers if you're the best they've got. Cop the attitude, buddy.
How many years, sis, since you and I took a trip together?
Don't tell me you're calling the vet again.
I wouldn't forget my little muffin. And don't give me that look. I want to be sure he's okay.
Well, I could see this if he was a kid, but he's a cat.
Oh, Loretta, lighten up. He's my buddy, and I don't always trust those kennels.
You have spent enough money on him over the years. You could have put a kid through college by now.
Speaking of which, have you called Henry?
Oh, he's a happy camper. I know he'll have his poker buddies over. The house is going to smell like a man's locker room.
Oh, he'll miss you, sis. How many years for you two? Loretta just shook her head and sipped her cold syrup made with Jack Daniels.
Excuse me, are you waiting for someone?
No, I can't find my tickets.
What's that sticking out of your jacket?
Oh, my tickets. I feel so stupid. In a hurry. Excuse me, I have to take a sip of my coffee. It settles my nerves.
Tell me about it. I'm a shrink.
No kidding.
I wish I was. I'm on an overdue vacation. Dr. Rosetta Stone.
Rosetta Stone.
I know. I've heard the jokes all my life.
How interesting. We had a speaker at the library where I work give a lecture on the Rosetta Stone. My name is Annetta Bookmeyer. Serendipity, right?
I'm Gina Ginello, by the way. Nice meeting both of you.
Everybody, get your ticket stamps. Let's get this show on the road.
Amen. Scene 3, the getaway. The Supermart in Springdale, Utah. It's 11 p.m. at night. The store manager is at the back entrance of the store waiting for the armed security vehicle to pick up their weekly take. Two men he had not seen before came in to collect the cash bag. One had an iPad for him to sign. He noticed they were both wearing brightly colored sneakers. Before he could say anything, the two men left and drove off.
Hey, man, we did it, Rico.
Hold the horses, Lorenzo. We still have to ditch the truck.
I know, but we are the legends. Papa thinks I want to nothing, but look at us.
We have to lay low, find a way to Mexico. Our car eats junk. We have to start walking, ditch the uniforms. Those guards will have told the police by now.
That means we are fugitives?
Yes, Lorenzo, but we did cover our faces, so maybe it will help.
The two men drove till they found a back road that led to a deep ravine where they stripped out of their uniforms, dressing into coveralls, and drove the truck to the edge and jumped out just before it toppled down the mountain side, bursting into flames. They had a backpack with all the money and started walking till they found a spot under a stand of trees where they fell asleep for the night.
I am starved, Lorenzo. We have to walk to the city.
Don't we look suspicious, I think?
No, you idiot. We take these back roads.
We got enough money so we can get a steak.
No, wait, because they traced the numbers on stolen cash. We wait.
You're so smart, I never think these things.
That's why cousin demand.
What do you do with your money?
I build the taco stand, sell booze.
Me, I get a little from some place in the mountains, you think?
Sounds good. Now we find some place to steal lunch. Don't forget to hide the gun.
The two desperados start walking back to Springdale to find a car to steal. Scene 4, Greg, rules, bus rules. The passengers were busy looking for seats where they were comfortable. Langdon Snide made sure he had placed his jacket and small attache case in the seat next to him. He didn't want to sit with anyone that might have germs. Cora tried to shove her overstuffed carrying case in the overhead compartments, stepping on Howard's toe. He swore, and Kay hit him, knocking his cough all over Loretta's pink blouse.
Need to change my balls.
Now, lady, I'm leaving. We're already 5 minutes late getting started. Sit down.
As the bus lurches forward and Loretta tries to balance her way back with Stella.
By the audacity of that bamboo, I ought to report him to the bus company.
You'll have to use the bathroom.
Oh, but they're disgusting. But I can't sit smelling like a coffee house.
Welcome aboard the SW bus lines. We have been in business since 1938. I am your bus driver, George Blunt. We will be making stops in Chicago, Des Moines, Omaha, Denver, Park City, and Lincoln City, where if you have a special ticket, you can visit Las Vegas for one afternoon by taking their tourist van. Then it's on to our destination, Los Angeles, where we'll spend 2 days in the area. You'll find accommodations and tourist vans to various tourist sites. You must be on the bus on the designated day and time to head north and home. Any questions? Make them short.
Yes, I have a question. Do you know any movie people? Because I'm available. A girl needs to be ready. And I won Miss Cornstalk at the fair last year.
Look, Blondie, do I look like a booking agent? Now, a few rules we need to follow. No walking up and down the aisles while the bus is in motion. No smoking, no alcohol, no beverages. Snacks are allowed and soft drinks. No loud music, obscene language, fighting, or bothering the driver. Or you'll be asked to leave the bus. We'll be making stops where you can obtain food and drink. There is one bathroom on the bus. It's unisex. Be polite, take turns, and keep it like you found it. Clean. All lights out at 11 p.m. Pillows are provided for your comfort. Cell phones off. I am George Blunt. Thank you.
Scene 5, everyone on time.
Smell. Really? Do you have to do your nails? Can't you wait until we are off the bus?
Oh, sis, quit being such a poop. You were young once.
Yeah, but I had the brains to know when to put it on. Not trying to asphyxiate everybody on the bus.
Oh, I'm sorry, ladies. I got a late start today and I'm trying to catch up.
Look, can't you save your beauty regimen for some other time before all of us die in here?
What in the hell are you doing? It's snowing outside, you know.
Well, I'll take freezing to death before suffocating on fumes.
Now you did it.
I need it quiet. Don't make me come back there.
It was quiet for a while until Howard reaches for a pillow in the overhead compartment. He brings down a pair of ice skates on Kay's head.
For crying out loud, Howard, what are you doing? Oh.
Oh, my, there's blood. A lot of blood. Let's driver.
Don't get him started. Here, let me help. I took first aid in my practice.
Rosetta had a small first aid kit and patched up Kay's wound.
Thank you. Oh, that is much better. How about you bring ice skates? We're going to California for Pete's sake.
You never know. Maybe here we'll find a skating rink.
Really, a skating rink. You gonna play hockey? How about you stick to your football?
Well, guess what? If it weren't for you, I could be home now enjoying the game.
Maybe that wouldn't be such a bad idea after all, because you are gonna raid on this parade no matter what.
That's it. Start the waterworks.
Hey, you two. I'm trying to take a nap. Now you can see why I never got married.
Pulling into Chicago in 30 minutes. If you want to grab a bite to eat, now's your chance. I'll pull out after 1 hour exactly. If you miss the bus, we will not refund your money. So be sharp, people.
Chicago. Oh, I want to eat at the Belmore. I love their chestnuts with lettuce, truffles.
I know, a little pricey though, sis. I think I'll just get a salad. According to the commander-in-chief, we better get a leg on.
Hello, Loretta. Remember, Mom always said, gather your rosebuds as you may.
Oh, I couldn't help overhearing. Are you girls going to the Belmore? I have read about it. It's really something, I hear. Mind if I tag along?
Sure, honey.
The tips cost more than the food there.
Loretta, it's not about the money, but the ambiance. We're here to have fun, remember?
All right, who took my jacket? I demand to know.
Sorry, Cookie, but my legs are freezing.
He snatches the coat from her.
Didn't anyone teach you manners? A little thing like asking for something? Now it needs to be dry cleaned. And don't call me Cookie.
But, you know, you're grumpy in a cute sort of way.
Hey, say, Cora, how about joining Gina and I over at the Fast Lane Pizzeria?
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
I feel safe with you, Duke.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for. To help where I can. Any man would be happy with you, dolls. Honey charm.
Hey, Rosetta, we're heading to the Belmore. Care to join us?
Hey, I'm gang. Let me comb my hair. Where's my hairspray?
With that, everyone started rushing to get to the back and off the bus.
That's okay. I'm hitting the bus lounge for a little wine.
And true to character, Howard and Kay planned on Howard's favorite burger joint, while Kay dreams of high-end bistros. The bus pulls in and George reminds everyone they have an hour and to get a leg on. He parks the bus in the service area to check the gas and cleaning off the snow. He then looks at his watch and heads into the bar.
Well, if it isn't the lady doctor.
Psychiatrist sounds better. I ordered a glass of wine. Can I buy you one?
Can't drink while I'm driving. I'll take a cola. So how does this head stuff work? You got a lot of clients?
Enough to keep me busy.
Excuse me, it's my wife. Monica, I told you I'd call you once I got there. I'm in Chicago.
Monica overhears Rosetta's voice in the background, ordering another wine.
More wine. Yeah.
No, Monica, I'm not on a date. I'm with a shrink. Look, it's not that bad. And no, I'm not looking for a marriage counselor. I gotta let you go. Bus pulls out in a few. Bye.
I do have reasonable rates if you ever feel the need to talk.
Oh boy. Looks like more white stuff coming down. I want to get started to Des Moines before it gets too bad. Thanks for the drink.
Everyone was happy to get back in the warmth of the bus. As the was gray and full of snow. There by himself was Langdon, eating a deli sandwich. Annette Bookmeyer took anxiety medicine as she was terrified of storms. The bus pulled out with everyone on time. Scene 6, winter storm. The bus headed down the snow-laden streets. George was being extra careful. He radioed to headquarters, asking for a long-range weather report and the roads leading into Des Moines, their next stop. The roads were filling up fast with snow, and George asked everyone to stay seated unless they needed to use the restroom, as the roads were getting icy.
I hope that Yoko knows how to drive this thing.
Oh, don't start. The man obviously has been doing this for a long time. If you notice, on his visor, it has his photo, his ID number, and 35 years of service. I think we're in good hands.
Yeah, well, there's a first time for everything.
Oh, Howard, don't start. You bring your earbuds and your iPad. Surely there is a game on somewhere. I'm going to listen to some nice, soothing music.
Yeah, that ought to put you to sleep. I know it does me.
Let's see. Where did I put my tranquilizers?
Just as Annette found the bottle, the cap flew off and all those little white pills went rolling.
Shit.
Everyone heard her say.
Must have been those truffles at that overpriced diner.
Just then, Duke, crawling on his hands and knees, whispers.
I hope you. I got my flashlight right here.
Annette was pleasantly surprised that he was doing this for her. As they both crept quietly down the aisle, looking for pills, Howard saw them.
Look, you two, there's a place for this kind of thing, and it's called a motel.
Kay hit him with her pillow.
Howard, settle down and watch your mouth.
As the night wore on, the passengers started to drift off to sleep. When Loretta woke up, ooh, dear God. Where's the heat? There was ice on the inside of her window. Soon everyone was putting on their coats and hats and gloves and anything they could find to keep warm. Duke made his way forward to the bus driver, asking him, where was the heat?
Look, buddy, I know this old girl has problems with her thermostat. I radioed ahead. I have to make it to Des Moines to get the thermostat fixed.
You are kidding, right?
You got a problem? Tough it out. Okay, everybody. I'm sorry the thermostat is gone. We're 2 hours out of Des Moines. I can rough it till then, or stop at the service station so we can get some coffee and warm up.
Everyone opted for finding a service station, then on to Des Moines.
I must have missed that part of the brochure where it tells about freezing to death on a bus.
It'll be all right, sis. Reach in my overnight case. I have a large towel in there. Oh, we can cover up in.
Oh, that's just great. My mascara, it's freezing up.
Oh, you can just spit in it. It'll loosen up.
Fuzzy from her tranks.
Boy, are we having fun yet?
Here, let me try and warm you up. You feel like a little popsicle.
Duke sits next to Annette, rubbing her hands.
This is better than the book I'm reading.
How romantic.
Ah, he's a sap. Women just love that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yes, we do.
She puts her hand out for him to rub.
Don't go getting any ideas.
He grumbled as he started warming her hands.
I've got goosebumps on my goosebumps.
If you'd wear some clothes, it might help.
I have clothes on. Jeez. Maybe you need glasses.
It's all right, Cora. I have an extra sweater. Here, take it.
Oh, thank you. That's so kind of you. Should I put it on? Is it okay to put a sweater on top of a sweater?
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Managed to get off the road, stopping at a quick mart. The snow was really coming down as the passengers slipped and slid their way into the warmth of the store. Everyone bought hot coffee and hot chocolate and midnight snacks. Warned them about the roads getting worse. George got everyone loaded onto the bus and told them he was aware of the conditions and try and relax. They would be in the city soon enough. He could hear the grumbles coming from behind him. No one was able to sleep. They finally made it to the outskirts of Des Moines when the bus slid on the ice, leaning over as it balanced on two wheels.
Don't anybody move an inch.
Everyone was as pale as death as the bus wobbled and then right in. There wasn't a spoken word to be heard all the way to the city. Scene 7, the horse trail escapade. Everyone was happy to be safe at last in Des Moines. The bus driver told them to get a room at the Sleep Tight Motel while he got the bus repaired. He was sure the bus company would reimburse their cost. The girls all decided to go out to a movie with drinks following. Langdon hung out at the hot tub smoking cigar, while Howard took Kay and headed to the Iowa Wild Players and hockey game. He was beside himself with glee. Kay suffered on.
Monica, we made it safely. It was dicey out there. I did an Evel Knievel with the bus. No dry pants on that one. I'm okay, don't worry. We're staying at a dive for the night. The bus company was too cheap to put us up in a decent hotel. I'm alone. I'm too tired for company. I gotta go. Need to have the bus up and running first thing tomorrow. I'm a day behind already. Bye.
George managed to get the parts of the bus station he needed. The bus was up and running, toasty and rare. Passengers were showered, shaved, and fresh from their night's sleep. They all started talking about their evening adventures and were anxious to get started. Rosetta bought Cora a regular boot-length coat and gloves, telling her now she would be set for anything. Duke had moved his gear over to net seat, and all women were envious.
We lost some valuable time yesterday, but nature lights her way. We are headed to Omaha. The road should clear up by noon. You can opt to see the Air and Space Museum, and those who like adventure might like to take the old railroad line, called the Cowboy Trail, where they'll suit you up with the right horse. You'll have an hour in each place, so make it quick. I got a schedule to keep.
By the time they reached the Air Force Museum, it was closed for repairs.
Except Christmas.
It's every day except Christmas, Loretta. Well, the sign on the door says a water main broke. I know, ain't that special? George tried making up for it by taking them to a greasy spoon. Sign outside said buses welcome. As soon as you walked in the place, the smoke from the overused cooking oil hit your nostrils, causing your eyes to water. There were booths with cracked naugahyde seats and bright red against the knotty pine walls and beer signs down the walls everywhere. Someone had the jukebox cranked up with country music, not current either, and an oversized TV hung over the bar with sports throwing. Howard found his niche. The food was barely palatable, but the group soldiered on. The next stop, the horse trail was open.
And I ain't getting on any mule.
Howard, just do it. Do it for me, please. Let's try and have some fun.
Honey, I don't think you can ride a horse with stilettos on.
But they're my favorite ones. They match my nail polish.
The ranch hand shoved her up on the horse.
I'll follow behind to be sure you are safe.
Why, thank you, Rosetta.
Where's my sister?
The last time I saw her, she was hanging out by the chemical toilets. She didn't look too good.
I told her to stay off those greasy fries.
Well, I hope you all enjoy riding those hay burners. I am taking a hike.
Good. Maybe you'll get lost.
I used to ride a lot at my uncle's farm years ago.
Really? You have led quite a life. I admire that.
The little group started out following the ranch boss, hands over working the reins, feet flapping in the stirrups and sliding in the saddle. But the seasoned horses just moved forward, ignoring the riders. When suddenly Kay's horse bolted and started racing down the trail, her hair getting caught in the low-lying branches. She was holding on for dear life. Everyone's surprised. Howard kicked his horse into action, and the two of them went running down the trail at a full gallop. The horses started rearing and knocking the riders off to the ground. Scrambled to catch the runaway. By the time he reached down, Kay was seated on Howard's mouth with his arms about his neck. Things took a turn for them after that incident. Seems a rattlesnake had crossed their paths.
We need another safety kit. I have cuts and bruises to mend.
I've got one in my duffel bag.
Well, excitement.
Yes, this you did. Oh, my arthritic knee's acting up again.
Some aspirin in my purse. Oh, here I go again.
She runs off to the Johns.
I feel refreshed, and the rest of you look like a scene from a battlefield.
Well, the least you could do is help.
No, my dear, I don't touch things that don't belong to me.
Langdon, what is your problem? Seriously.
Scene 8. Denver.
I have more bandages and some salve if anybody needs it. What happened? Are you okay?
I lost my favorite boots. When my horse reared up, the heel broke right off and he knocked me to the ground.
She was walking around like a duck in what was left of the boots.
I'm sure you can get a new pair when we get to the cities again.
Oh, thanks, Gina. You're so smart. Pretty too. I could never be as nice as you.
Nonsense. You're a little doll. Just look at you.
A doll? Is that a good thing? Dolls just sit around and look pretty and not too smart.
Guess it's all in how you look at it.
Horace shrugs and walks away. George made the announcement to get a move on. Passengers looking like refugees boarded the bus, bandages and all.
Rest up, we'll be coming into Denver around dinner time.
Pants on that one.
I don't blame you, sis. Hello, Dr. Greenberg. Yes, this is Stella Hyatt. Checking up on Muffin. Is he all right? We ran into some problems and I didn't get a chance to call. Be sure he doesn't get that dry cat food. He barfs it up. He's put a little gravy on his food. What do you mean he needs a diet? He's fine just the way he is. Yes, I know you went to veterinary school, graduated top of your class. It's on all your brochures. I worry us all, and please be sure he has his good little bun to sleep with. Otherwise, he fusses. Hello? You hung up on me.
So first time in Colorado?
Yes, I've heard the Rockies are beautiful.
Oh yeah, I spent summer down in Denver in my teen years. Did a lot of biking and hiking. Maybe we'll have to do the brew and eat tour in a lot of the hot spots. So tell me, what have you done in your life?
Grew up in Detroit.
Didn't you travel?
To church on Sundays, and jeans on Christmas. Once we went to the horse races on my father's birthday at Hazel Park. And of course, my college years at Detroit Mercy. I was going to be a nun, but not much going on there.
That's it. But what's going on in the library?
Books. I get to travel and meet famous people and writers. The whole world opens up to me in a book.
I guess I never thought about it that way. Well, what made you take this trip then?
Something inside of me wants to be free.
She said as she sat there in her cardigan sweater and woolen skirt with argyle knee socks and her cat-rimmed glasses.
Miss, how many times have I asked you to stop spraying that god-awful perfume in the air? It would gag a maggot. At least have some class.
Look, you anal retentive jerk. It's my business what I do with my time. I can't believe you're a model. Do you do those old couples like sitting on a bench or smile? You hold a tube of hemorrhoid cream.
I'll have you know, I modeled with GQ and Vogue and did some TV ads.
Yeah, with your attitude, I find it hard to believe you can find any work. But then maybe modeling is for jerks.
She says as she sprayed her hair with glitter and shine. The quiet was broken by something that sounded like a buzzsaw.
That's it.
Howard,
Slam dunk.
Howard, wake up! Your snoring is echoing through the bus.
Slam dunk. That's it. Panthers win. Where am I? Oh yeah, the bus.
Oh my God. Mountains. Why are they so tall?
It's called geology, dear.
You know, that sounds like a medical problem to me.
What problem?
You know, when you go to the geology doctor to check your girl parts.
You mean gynecology.
Yes, geology.
Okay.
We'll be arriving in Denver in about 30 minutes.
As long as we get there with no problem.
Langdon spoke too soon as the bus careened off the road, screeching to a stop.
Damn, a flat. You know what the odds are? It just doesn't happen.
I ain't superstitious, but I swear this bus is jinxed.
George radios ahead, and they send out a wrecker to pull the bus into Denver. Well, the passengers look out the window and long. Intermission. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the bus is moving on to part 2 and on the way to California, but wait. They made it to Denver well past dinner time, and Duke wouldn't take Annette on the food tour. He couldn't do it. The rest of the passengers ended up in the bus station deli. And I say that loosely, 6 automated food. Place your money in for stale candy bars, stale chips, or day-old sandwiches with those fun pre-packed condiments you can never open, and a choice of pop or coffee with napkin holders that are always empty. Then find a bench if you're lucky to sit and eat your meal at. There was a lot of grumbling voices heard that night, but they did manage to get back on the bus in time to fall asleep.
Next stop, Springdale, Utah. We'll be there by early morning and on to California by the next night and by tomorrow night. Hello, Monica. Do you realize what time it is? Why aren't you in bed? What do you mean there was no anniversary party? And your sister's getting a divorce? You ran off with who? The gal from Bud's Carryout? Duck always was a jerk. I can talk later. Look, I gotta go. Don't start blubbering. Bye.
As they have planned for tomorrow. You'd think this pile of junk would have been checked out before this trip.
Money's hard up everywhere.
Oh, well, what's that? What's that got to do with the bus?
Well, maybe they can't afford mechanics. I overheard someone say a lot of the drivers are doing their own work on the buses.
Well, now, isn't that good to know?
Hey, Darla, do you have any of those stale chips left? I'm starved.
Oh, what? Yeah, sure, have them all. I'm sticking with the can of pop. Don't want to get food poisoning from that last place.
Would you two pipe down? I'm trying to sleep here.
Oh, stuff it where the sun don't shine.
Imbecilic, both of you.
He swore as his sleep mask fell off onto the floor. Things finally calmed down as everyone drifted off to sleep. The bus made it to Springdale by early morning. George had to gas up for his destination, Lincoln City, California. There was a trucker's diner there. Everyone could get a decent homemade breakfast. They were happy except Langdon, who thought this was beneath him. But as soon as he smelled the aroma of good food, he could not resist sitting, of course, by himself.
Excuse me, miss. How much are these postcards? 4 for $1? All right. Can you take change? I'm using up some of my gambling money. Oh, well. You know, I'm heading to Hollywood. Who knows? You might see me on the big screen someday. Excuse me, are 4 quarters the same as $1?
George told everyone that he was going to take them to Zion National Park. They would have an hour to sightsee. Straight on into California. The park was beautiful, with mountains and canyons where the Virgin River ran through it.
I forgot my walking shoes. My feet are gonna freeze in these sandals.
Here, borrow some of my knee socks.
Why, how very kind of you.
No problem.
Hey, Annette. Let me take you to a special spot.
Oh, okay. I'm afraid of heights. Let me take my pills real quick.
Great. More rocks to look at. Don't this place have any sports?
Don't be ridiculous, Howard. We are out in nature. Breathe in that fresh air. Oh, and do some walking to get rid of that fat behind of yours.
Yeah, you should talk.
Look, you two, wasn't that an eagle that just flew overhead? Magnificent.
Langdon was wearing a face mask, sunglasses, hat down over his eyes, with a long sleeve jacket and jogging pants and gloves.
Why are you dressed like that? You look like a demented tourist.
As if it were any of your business. I like to keep my skin looking young.
Oh yeah, good luck with that.
Have any of you seen Annette? She was going to let me borrow one of her books.
I bet you it's a steamy romantic, huh? Mm.
Yeah.
George was taking a nap in the bus when they all heard a woman scream. Here came Annette, followed by Duke, and the biggest ever chasing after them. Passengers all panicked, racing for the bus. Langdon fell because he couldn't see with those dark glasses. Women were screaming. Duke sprang to action, jumping off the bus. He dragged Langdon back to safety. George slammed the bus door just in time as a grizzly was pushing and leaning into the bus. He almost, until George blew an air horn at him. And it sent the bear scurrying.
For this excitement, I'm making a pit stop at Longhorn Saloon down the road for refreshments, which we all could use. We'll arrive in California around 4 a.m. Then you can all make plans for 2 days of sightseeing, okay? My God.
They made their way into the saloon. It had been 3 better days. Everyone bought a drink, thanked Duke for his bravery, and talked about their plans for California. As they made their way back to the bus, 2 surly looking men had joined them. Lorenzo.
Look, you two, I can't let you on the bus without tickets, whilst this is a private tour.
Did you hear him, Lorenzo? He thinks we can ride the bus.
Oh, he makes a joke, no?
I think you changed your mind, bus man.
He rips the radio out of the dash.
We'll be our little tour, okay?
Meet my little friend and his buddy.
Lorenzo, where is he hiding? Cannot see his face. Hey, Lorenzo, pulls out the same gun.
Now I'm going to ask you, give me your phone.
Now, ladies and the gentlemen, I will take your phones.
Now be nice and we'll all get along, no?
No.
We are going to take a little detour.
You gonna like the scenery. Lots of scenery, no?
Okay. Okay. After seeing 2 hostages, George didn't have much choice with 2 gunmen at his back, and he had to think of safety of the passengers. Who knew where this was headed? He knew if Monica didn't hear from him, she would have the U.S. military out looking for him.
Since why I wanted to take a cruise.
You have a short memory, sis. You wanted to take the bus because it was cheaper, if you recall.
Where's my cough medicine? I feel a headache coming on.
They smell bad.
Placing a gun under his chin, Rico says,
So, Mr. Fancy Pants, you got the problem?
I was just saying we all smell bad in here without the AC on. It's getting a little hot.
I think you got ideas. You know, like you better than other people, no?
I like people, as long as they leave me alone.
You sit in the back of the bus next to the toilet. Solve all your problems. People that have you leave alone. No?
I like the pretty view here. This girl, she's so hot. You like my gun? I let you catch it.
he sits next to Cora.
Where are we going?
We take a shortcut through California to Mexico. We go to a little village near Sinaloa. First, you take us through the mountain roads. No one bother us there.
But this bus is old. I don't know if she can make it that far.
I think you can.
What if we could let the passengers go? We don't need them. I'll help you then, okay?
Lorenzo raises his gun and shoots it through the roof.
Thank you, guys. I think she's okay.
You hear my cousin?
Okay.
They say.
Okay, we need Lorenzo to stay on at a place. Act 2, Scene 3, heading to Mexico. Passengers stood with noses up against the windows as they passed through the towns past their destination. They grew hungry and thirsty and demanded to be fed.
Listen, you two sorry excuses for men.
Loretta, you'll get us all killed.
No. Somebody has to tell them. When are we going to get food and water? It's been 8 hours and I'm starved.
So the poor white lady, she knows hunger. Welcome to the rest of the world.
Look, I can't help what you decided to do with your sorry ass, but some of us need food.
Soon others are joining her.
I'm lightheaded.
It's all that hairspray. It went to your brain.
Oh, coming from a night case like you.
Darla's right. We're hungry.
Look, you don't want to feed the guys, that's one thing, but at least feed the women.
Rico, look, we got a hero here.
We had you on Paris Island, you wouldn't be so tough.
This Paris Island, it sounds like a place for Macho Head Soldier Boy.
Duke is right. At least feed the women.
Oh, Howard, I'm so proud of you, sweetie.
It's each man for himself. I think the women can fend for themselves.
You obviously had an Oedipus complex as a child with your anger toward women.
The only complex I have is dealing with all of you on this bus.
Couldn't one of you men stop at a grocery store and pick up some snacks and drinks? At least a jug of water, please.
It's a little risky with these bunch. How the white soldier boy wouldn't try to rush on us?
More important, you feed everyone. Otherwise, you're gonna have more problems if you don't.
Okay. Next village we pass, we stop, and Lorenzo, he get the food. Everybody you handle over the cash.
But I'm gave me my money for Vegas.
No, go to Vegas, my little blondie. You hand over the cash. My finger turns, it gets itchy.
He puckers up, blowing her a kiss. An hour later, they come into town. There has a small grocery. Rico sends Lorenzo out for food with the cash, holding his gun on George and the others. Lorenzo buys a lot of chips, beans, beef jerky, chocolate bars, lots of pop, and a 2-liter bottle of water. When he gets back on the bus, Rico calls him an idiot for not buying more water. They had to hurry along because the store clerk was looking at him suspiciously. The news was already reporting the missing tour bus. It was all over the news about Supermart being robbed, and an all points bulletin had been sent out to the area police.
Maybe we can pretend we're on a picnic.
Oh. Hey, what is it?
Lucy will be worried to death. Howard, get the house. Hurry the kids. You promise?
Kay, I know, hun, but we're gonna make it out of here, okay? Don't say anything, but the guys and I have been sending messages via notes. Duke has an idea of how we can overcome these two idiots. Come on, honey cakes. You're tougher than that.
You haven't caught me that in a long time.
I know. Whatever happens, just know I love you.
Oh, Howard, I love you too.
Oh, Darla, did you catch those two? Be still my heart. If only I could find a nice guy like Howard.
Well, I wouldn't get my hopes up too high. He has his issues. You know, my sister used to say, if you can find someone whose neurosis matches up with yours, you're good.
Act 2, Scene 4, crossing the border. The bus was heading into the border towns, and the two hijackers were trying to figure out how to cross safely. They had come up with a plan.
Now, busman, this is how we're going to do these. You tell the guards you get permission to take the tourists to the mountains for a day and then back to California. We will be seated with the girls, guns pointing at their backs. So no funny business.
George was sweating. And actually, wish Monica could call him right about now. He pulled up to the crossing guards, both in their uniform with bandoliers of bullets in their rifles. They boarded the bus, asking George all kinds of questions in their broken English. You couldn't have heard a peep from anyone as they showed off the guards their credentials. Rico and Lorenzo said they were hired tour guides.
Is it true you guys could shoot us? I once saw a movie where some people on a bus got shot up by crossing guards. There was blood everywhere.
Pay her no mind. She's on drugs.
Passengers were giving her the eye. That did it. They marched everyone off the bus. Lorenzo and Rico were nervous. They had hidden their money bag behind the toilet. The guards made everyone strip down for drugs.
These are legal medications, you know, for nerves. I'm a doctor.
There they all stood in the hot Mexican sun in their underwear, while two hairy crossing guards felt them up. The main guard took the tranquilizers and let everyone else go. Enjoy these mountains, they said, motioning the bus on.
I almost crapped my pants.
You too?
I need a drink.
Okay. We got past. We were lucky.
They shut my last year for bringing these peoples over.
Send any brochure. I'm gonna sue the hell out of this bus line when we get back.
That's what get back.
We're gonna take these bucks up High Ridge Road, shortcut to Sonora. Stay off main roads. The police, they be looking, no.
Oh,
Hotter than hell in here. You screwed up the AC when you ripped out the dash.
Most passengers resorted to stripping down to minimum clothing.
You sure we're on the right road? I haven't seen any signs.
Not too many people use these roads. Only banditos and drug runners.
I have no place to turn around.
You just keep going and do not stop.
What if a truck is coming the other way?
Then you pray to Jesus.
Passengers were afraid to look out their windows because there was no guardrails and sheer drop-offs at every twist and turn.
I hope my insurance policy covers my burial.
Hang tough, guys. We'll get through this.
Even Lorenzo and Rico had a pasty look about them. Ha! 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 Then it happened. An old bus surging with people and animals was headed in their direction.
Oh, now what, dear God? I have to stop. We've come too far to turn back.
Now you're missing good, bus man. Drive forward. Push back the other bus.
Why?
They back up and you find a white spot in the mat and push up aside to let them squeeze by.
George started laying on the horn to get the other bus to back up as he inched forward. He found a wide spot in the road. He hugged the mountain so they could pass. He wiped the sweat from his face when the bus started to roll down the hill.
No, got no brakes.
What? No, what you mean the brakes?
We got no brakes.
Oh, no! We're all going to die.
He was sitting in a fetal position while the men, including the two hijackers, all closed their eyes. Darla started singing Amazing Grace.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
Oh, no.
George tried to use his transmission to shift down. And the bus rolled off the road, only stopped by a large rock. There they all sat, teetering on the edge of hell. No one moved. Scene 5, the escape. Duke sprang into action, asking everyone to inch his way to the front of the bus. Keep the weight on the land while the tail end of the bus was swinging in midair.
Oh my God, I don't think I can do this.
Oh.
Annette, look at me. You can do this.
I know, honey. You tell Henry you love him, but he might die of shock. Langdon was in a hurry to crawl past everyone.
Back off, fancy man, or you go to the back of the bus.
Everyone listen to Duke. He knows what he's doing. All that combat training.
He's my hero.
Duke got everyone to the front of the bus and it started teetering again. Howard, jump now, move it! George was the last one off. As he stepped, the bus did a large groan and went toppling over into the steep ravine, rolling and bursting into flames, with all the clothes, food, and yes, stolen money perishing before their eyes. George, his eyes, took his cap, placing it over his.
Goodbye, old girl. Rest in peace.
It's all gone. Even my romance novel that I didn't get to finish.
Oh, I look a wreck, but at least we're all alive.
Son of a bitch. It's all gone. Even the money. Poof.
I'm sorry, Lorenzo.
They'll never believe this back at the station. Monica must be hysterical by now.
It's all over the national news. The police have helicopters out looking for us as we speak.
How did you get that iPad?
Shh. I nicked it out of the hijacker's seat when they weren't looking.
Our phones are all gone. Toast.
Is this where we get rescued?
Look, darling, this isn't a movie.
Let's head out and find some shade.
To the hijackers.
Hey, guys, where do you think you're going?
Hey, we can rush them. There's enough of us. Meet my friend.
Pulling out his
Who wants to be first? I didn't think so.
You're just walking away after all the trouble you caused. What about us?
Too bad. You figure it out, you idiots.
Adios, muchachos.
They disappeared into the hot noon sun and into the mountains.
Now, where do we go?
Maybe we should all just sit and meditate about this.
I'll tell you what, Doc, you can do that. I'm gonna go looking for shade and water and pray someone finds us in time before we all disappear into the wild.
Let's approach this like a platoon. We have our strengths. First, we need to find shelter, water, make plans for some kind of rescue. You mustn't give up hope.
I'm with you, Duke. We can do this.
The mousy little-eyed brain was tan, her hair bleached by the sun, and her chemise top showing off her cleavage. Someone was emerging, and Duke liked it. They had no food, but Duke found some grubs and cactus and started a fire, making a meal out of them, adding berries and a wild rabbit he caught. First noses were turned up until Duke started eating. And who would have guessed? Langdon was hoping for seconds. Howard found a small waterfall higher up in the mountainside, and they drank themselves full. It was on their second day after camping all night that they ran into more trouble. Some mountain banditos found them and started searching them for anything they could find, taking jewelry off the women, pants from Langdon, and George's bus cap. Then they left.
Could they take anything more?
When they suddenly were surrounded by coyotes, snarling and circling.
I have had quite enough.
Said Langdon, and proceeded to kick Coyote butt. He was using karate moves, and Duke behind him, and the coyotes, they went whining off. Everyone applauded. I'm looking for shady spots. They look like a lost tribe of nomads.
Look, a deer.
Cora ran out to catch it. What a storm of dust whirled around her body. Then the loud noise of a chopper. It was the police and they had found them. Landing, they ran toward the group saying they knew who they were, and they were a rescue team. The passengers scrambled to get on the chopper. As they were all seated together in the back in handcuffs, sat Rico and Lorenzo. In California, where the local press had gathered taking pictures of the group. That night, they all went out to eat together. The farewells.
I never thought I would survive this trip. Think I'll take the train the next time.
Oh, I don't know. If George is our bus driver, do it again. Let's hear it for George. Hey, George!
I had the adventure of a lifetime, and I want to announce that Annette and I are going to get married.
Hey, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Oh, boy. I'm gonna cry. How beautiful. There's hope for me too.
Sure there is, girl. I thought maybe we could start hanging together, hit a few nightclubs.
Kay and I are going to the NFL game as soon as we get home.
I'm writing a book about this trip. It will be a bestseller. I know it.
Would it be too much to ask if I could hang with you guys tonight? I'm going to miss you.
Yeah, it's okay, Langton. We love you.
You proved yourself. All is good, buddy.
I love you guys. I'm heading to Hollywood tomorrow, and Langdon's taking me. You know some folks in the business.
It's been real. I am happy to have met you all. The bus company has a new bus ready to go here in California. You'll be reimbursed and can finish out your trip here in sunny California. Compliments of SW Bus Tours. They're paying for everything, so get the best hotels, eat at the best restaurants, and remember old George.
Yes. Took a picture of the group, and they all headed out for another bus trip to their final destination. This time, paradise. Perdition can wait. Let's hear it all for the cat. Woo! Woo! Everybody, great job. Woo-hoo! Take it off.